I'm just fishing the cage, you disgrace to the MC race. You fly like a shake, you cooking MCK. I like this fun of employee trying to destroy me. I'll deploy a cowboy, you on his story. Ass Mike, not me, I'm the I need MC. The greatest to ever be, it's still a show for the family. They call me the better MC, you still won't be better than me. From 10 to 70, cleverly spitting heavenly melodies. Because you're telling me, you don't hear, you don't see. I'm the epitome of what an MC should be. Previously, I disposed of insidious energy. The hoes get froze to the top of their heads, and they know it can be closed. When I do shows, I verbally know those. No cons all pose when evaluating, stagnating. I stay on my toes when I throw blows. You procrastinating, man, hesitating while I'm meditating and meditating, stating, creating your ears to slaves on the plantation. All you see is damn nation. I got you drunk. From the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4 punch. I'm on 100 breakfast, dinner, and lunch. I got the whole bunch, more people a whole bunch. It's Top Zilla, the black gorilla, MC killer, the man like the thriller. It's Top Zilla, Johnson, and the man is moving like swift wind. I treat drop like trailer parks when I blow in. I'm like, what it be like? Fool, get in the booth, red pro, amateur pro, leave with a new scoop. I'm the truth, like more of Luke. I prostitute mics like Luke. Any who dispute, leave the stage mute. When it rage, I'm the proof, right for days, so no loot. Got these fools mad, now they wanna shoot. Make you question yourself, you don't need more help. When it's help eliminate your help, I don't discriminate well. You talk like that, put your head on my shelf. Stuff cause you bluff, cause your vocal cords know. You gon' rhyme and slide, bring a child, just as blind. And I'm on the bench, you in the bench, it's a cinch. Inch by inch, in the trench, I smell a stench. Here's an interview, smell my scent. You let me a dead and a limp. You will wanna be fair, what's your company? Curse from there, you get picked like left for what you said. What you hearing, encouragement? You just nourishment. I take them like no way too. You want the smooth, but the rude attitude got me looking for food. This ain't no lunch, I got you drunk. From the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4 punch. I'm on 100 breakfast, dinner, and lunch. I got the whole bunch, more people a whole bunch. It's Top Zilla, the black gorilla, MC killer, in there like the thriller. It's Top Zilla, Top Zilla, coaching, hopes to get notes. If you don't need airplanes and boats, like choosing hard notes. Eat hot wax and smokes, you choke, spin to your broke. Use a dag and be cloaked, I ain't no hopes when I quote. You shut up when I quote, try to talk and your voice broke. Crack, you get jacked, smacked, and choked. What's up with that? Why you ain't busting back? I discussed the track. Cross gas, when I sold packs, come out of scratch. You a routine cash, ain't no error here. Got you running like Max Trevor here. I'm a one-man squad for the terror here. I dare you, I'm back and I rob you here. I scare you clear, I spare you. I ain't gon' lie, I got beat once. Picture jobs in the Buddha temple, me and 1,000 months. The last suspensions that lasted for months. $9.99 gold and all at once. He changed month and month. All I smelled was blunts. He had the game with fronts. I couldn't score, so I had to punt. I got dough, I fell in the slump. They went in the trunk, we grabbed the pump. We made him jump, now I'm on the hood. I got you drunk. From the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4 punch. I'm on 100 breakfast, dinner, and lunch. I got the whole bunch, more people a whole bunch. It's Top Zilla, the black gorilla, MC killer, in there like the thriller. It's Top Zilla, Top Zilla. This ain't no lunch, I got you drunk. From the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4 punch. I'm on 100 breakfast, dinner, and lunch. I dump the whole bunch on people a whole bunch. It's Top Zilla, the black gorilla, MC killer, in there like the thriller. It's Top Zilla.
All right. And you know I'm just practicing, still trying to get this crap together, and we'll see. It has not been working well because what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, my bad. My apologies for that one. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what it is. I just started sneezing all of a sudden. Besides, ain't nobody listening anyway, and I ain't sharing it or anything like that. I'm just trying to see if, in fact, you know. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. I am recording from the mic. Okay. So I did not realize that. I just learned something new. And you may hear some spaces. All right, so we're just adjusting the volume. Okay, I was trying some new shit that did not work. In another department, we ain't gonna get off into that though. But needless to say, I had to put that out and start over. It just did not work. You know, so we should be good to go. You know, so just bear with me for a little bit. You know what? Let me see if I can find another joint that I want to play. And if anybody out there and no, they aren't. I ain't heard this in a long ass time, and it's Ratchet, but. Seven miles, where you gonna be, is where you gonna see. 7 miles, where we win at night, it'll be the time. It's a life, we're playing price, it's half off, marked up twice. With 9 bags, it's 50, you can dig in the sack, each one exact, that's the way you pack. Riding with the wrong place, yeah, you want with a long face, wrong time, wrong place. You did the whole case, with the wrong place. If you ski like Bathgate, money make the ass shake. It's a fast pace, rat race. Scratch numbers with no gap trace, thirsty for the last taste. Jack, crack, track. Keep the model to the last day, dumb food like an ashtray. I ain't from the east, I ain't from the west, I ain't down south, got 7 miles, where you wanna be, you wanna see. 7 miles, where we win at night, it'll be the time. Big fish can drown, yellow and rebound, we up, cut, turn around. Yeah, talk downtown, the sales is hotel, no tail, hold money out hotel, tell a hotel, the blood side, club side, sticky green blood side, we blowing up blood side, told you where, millionaires, no things don't mean airfare, no pay back, and don't share, a perfect link with no life. Crumbs on every bite, stones on every bite, haters on every night, every dog would bite, leave was on sight, out of spite. I ain't from the east, I ain't from the west, I ain't down south, got it stepping on my chest. I'm west, 7 miles, where you wanna be, what you wanna see. 7 miles, where we wanna every time. The street that won't make, the street that won't make, the street that won't break, the street that got rich, the street that got shit, the street that got rich, the street that won't everybody like stole, you didn't know. The street that made you go, the street that got old, and by the road, every show, they live to know. The street that made you go, the street that made the flow, the street that made you know, the street that made you go, the street that made you go to a show and get oh, I ain't from the east, I ain't from the west, I ain't down south, got a stuffing on my chest, I'm next. 7 miles, where you wanna be, what you wanna see. 7 on my chin, yeah. I'm west, 7 miles. I got the 7 on my chin, yeah. I'm west, 7 miles. What?
Where you wanna be, where 7 miles, where I keep the time.
Dog. Whew. Let's roll with that.
I'm the kid, wonder how they get it,
How they write bird dropping, actually admit it.
You post-dated, self-inflated, self-check, totally overrated, now you been served yet. By this stealth jet, I felt sex, you make it complicated, shit ain't even dealt yet. You suspect, I don't tell text, I say meet it, you ain't done much yet. Your runway greetings get done away greetings like drum set. I rhyme through 100 sunsets, I ain't done yet, you're having fun yet. Ask me who won yet, ask me who won yet. I'm the one the kid, you wonder how kids did it. Right word droppers actually admit it. You wait, olive oil style with 100-degree heat. Make you out of the street with syllables at your feet. I'm the Lion King, I spy Francine. Smart to charge, girl, I can't sing. You may say the immaculate, but if it's immaculate, not exactly what you live and what you asking is what you need to be given. Hip-hop culture was contained, killing, speaks and dribble. There I go complaining, but see, I don't play the middle. Speak on. I take the soapbox and Goldilocks, walk down every block and long. Knowledge to drop, and the power to fly, devour the shop. You can hold me, not stop, move on. I'm the one the kid, wonder how kids did it. Right bird droppers actually admit it. You weak, olive oil style in 100-degree heat. Make you out of it straight, syllables at your feet. I'm the Lion King.
Okay, so I know that nobody else can hear what I'm saying right now. So what I want to do is let's turn this off. It's in your roots, guy. It's been demonstrated live in the booth. That's a dope joint. That's a dope joint to me. But anyway, all right, let's see. Because what I'm trying to do is see like how much I can hear of me. Is there a feedback? Oh, shout out to Big Red. Clearly there's a feedback, definitely. I mean, not a feedback, but a definite delay. And my apologies for wasting y'all time. I'm just really trying to experiment and see. And you know what? Since you with me, Big Red, and I'm gonna take these headphones off. And what I'm gonna do is do me a favor, Big Red, since you rocking out with me just for a second. I'm gonna play some other music. I don't know. I'll figure out something. And I want to see if that in fact is way too loud. If you could do that for me, King, I would be forever in your debt. Okay, that's a stretch, but I would definitely appreciate it. So I know I got to turn off that one. I was watching it on another one. And let's try the Second Amendment. Let's see.
Jobstown in the motherfucking building. Niggas is pissed. So now that you can shoot me, ain't that the same thing as being lynched? Guess I let the time confuse me, but it's the same DNA, just different fingerprints. You convinced me that the race card is a card to play, when I'm the same race every fucking day. So let me get this straight. My music has to be man low or extra low. My clothes must fit to your inspection, and I must yield when I see you at an intersection, or I get shot. My speech must resemble speech. I should not preach, complain, or talk about white sheets, or I get shot. So what you really scared of is the Panthers. They made you see the answer, so you hit them with a cancer. So if you legal and you can get a can, let these motherfuckers know where you stand. You understand your ground? I can stand mine. You understand your ground? I understand mine. So if you legal and you can't get it, can't let these motherfuckers know where you stand. You understand your ground? I can stand mine, since I'm a target. What if the black market start using nickels for tens in the hood? That's all you do. We devalue your currency without any travel. You ain't fucking with gravel, you dealing with jams. What if we boycotted the buses, but nationally? Went to work and went to sleep and only bought shit to eat for 52 weeks. They don't want to hear that. Cause if they black, that's a terroristic act. But if you white, that's golf night and pats on the back. I used to wonder why you bought so many straps. Cause you see us pushing back and you too weak to scrap. You ain't a man, you ain't a coward.
Be a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of people to keep from bear arms should not be infringed. The Second Amendment.
So if you legal and you can't let these motherfuckers know where you stand. You understand your ground? I can stand mine. You understand your ground? I can stand mine. So if you legal and you can't get it, can't let these motherfuckers know where you stand. You understand your ground? I can stand mine.
All right. So do me a favor, Big Red. What was the quality like on that song? Like, and not necessarily like, did you like the song or not? But as far as just being able to hear it, was it clear? Was it too loud? You know, I'm asking for a friend, and I'm not sure if it's still Big Red listening. You know, if it's not Big Red, whoever that is, it says one person is watching. So, all right, I might be on my own. You know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this back to I'll post the link in my Skin Is My Sin, the group, and hopefully I can get some help here. So right now, pause is just me typing. Because I really would like to do this more often. It gives me so much more flexibility as opposed to, you know, like if I just really had something on my mind and I want to talk about, I can do that relatively easily. So, and let me tag Vaughn. I know he'll help out if he can. You know, and shout out to the admins and the groups. Christina, shout out to Vaughn, aka Cav G, and shout out to Markel. Truly appreciate y'all, man. Hold me down, because I really have been. Once we started doing the radio show, like and really started doing the radio show, I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, my attention was diverted. I'll put it that way, and I think that's you know, trying not to shit on myself too bad here. You know, and it says a person is watching. I think you left. If you are still with me, let me know. Type something and keep me posted. If you can't hear me, then well, you just can't hear me, and shit I can do about that. I mean, I won't know, rather. But I did want to talk about some things if I can get a couple people tuned in that would like to participate or whatnot. Because I would like to chop it up about Hey Vaughn, are you watching, bro? If you are, do me a favor, just type something so I know that's you, King. And let me know if you can hear me. Is there a feedback? Because I got my monitor on at the same time. I'm just trying to work out some kinks. And even if that's not Vaughn, it says a couple of people are tuned in. Help me out a little bit. Oh, my phone is ringing. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Practicing with this YouTube live. So I'm currently live. Would you like to say something? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, baby, can we continue that a little bit later? Because I'm currently live. All right, bye. Hey, when the queen calls, you got to answer the phone, bro. So forgive me for that one, Vaughn. You're the only one listening, bro. So do me a favor. Can you type in on the YouTube page, the live, the live, whatchamacallit, on the YouTube? And do you hear me okay? Any feedback? I know it's a hell of a delay, but I'm thinking that, well, obviously I'm the only one that's really getting the delay. And since I am not listening to the headphones, it doesn't really, like, it's not like I'm waiting on it. You feel me? So damn, bro, you stopped listening? You still there? Holla at your boy. I need some help here. All right, I got you. And so I'm gonna play another song or two because I need to see as far as the quality of all right, I really did not want to play that song. So my bad. Definitely don't want to play that one. Listen to that already. And I know I'm being a little I haven't been on this YouTube account in so long. Temptations got me over here doing the routine and everything. I had to go throw my suit on.
It was the 3rd of September.
Oh, what's up, Vaughn? I see you got it. All right, so can you hear me? Can you hear the music? One too loud?
That was the day that my dad died, yeah. I never got a chance to see him. Never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, son, Papa was a rolling stone.
All right, now.
My son, wherever he lays happy.
See, this what I'm talking about.
When he died, was alone.
Guaranteed to get any family reunion lit. Any cabarets, any house party over 30. All right, and I really don't have much as far as music, and I'm gonna work on that some more now that I got it kind of figured out. And salute, man, I definitely appreciate that too. So I don't have to turn, like, it wasn't too loud as far as the music is concerned. Like, my voice ain't too loud. You know, I have no clue. Like, I need somebody to call me to see how they sound basically coming through the phone. Do I get an echo in or something like that? So what we talking about rocking to? You know, I just feel like playing some joints right quick. So, you know, okay, let's take it back a little bit.
Y'all tucked in? Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, the laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you, John, we're gonna make some cash, robbing our folks and living the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He slapped, keep still, boy, no need for static. Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, why'd you hit me? The barrel said straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kidney starts to think, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he dashed and ran around the block, pop radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw the sister. Shot for the head, he shot back, but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectation.
What's good, bro?
Hey, man. I can't hear it through my phone. I don't have it on my laptop. But so far, everything sounds good.
Oh, okay. And because I'm looking at it now, and I just really figured out that because I got like a studio microphone, and I didn't know that that was actually what was recording everything. So I'm trying to figure out like when I did it before, I inadvertently I was way too loud. Like you could still hear like you, but you know, and that's probably what my problem is going to be. Is that like I'll be way too loud.
And then your callers will be low.
Yeah. You know, and I got it. You know what? Maybe, and see what I just did is like I turned the phone as close to, the phone close to the mic as possible, and I'm kind of like at an angle. So maybe, and I won't know until we listen to it again.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I definitely help. I definitely appreciate it too, bro.
Man, that's great. It's whatever, man. I'm good. I'm just sitting here doing homework, and I just happened to see the live thing come on. So let me check it out. And I thought you was looking for people to come, to listen to. So I just put it on. I had to figure out that I couldn't get into the live chat through Facebook. I had to actually open it in YouTube. So that's why I couldn't type nothing until I got into YouTube. So okay, that's how. Because I knew I could type, but I couldn't. So because I opened it up in Facebook, I couldn't do it. I had to come out and go and open it up in YouTube.
Yeah, because it's a cat that wants us to do our show basically on his YouTube.
Okay.
And so that would like basically we can't do it on YouTube and Blog Talk at the same time.
Okay.
Which is cool, but like he just started the channel. Now his other channel got like a couple of thousand subscribers, and he really put in a hell of a lot of work as far as promo. I see that myself.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure it out so I'll know what I'm doing in the event that you know he's not able to be there.
Okay.
You know, and I only said this guy because I didn't want to, you know, bring no names up into it. But and I, you know, it's a very dope opportunity that we'd like to take advantage of. I just like to be able to know as much about it as possible.
No doubt, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, so far everything sounds fine. It's clear, that's for sure. You don't have to worry about any echoing or distortion or anything of that nature. So you're good there. In terms of the phone call, like I don't know. I just decided, let me, I'm already listening. Let me just go ahead and just call up, see if it'll help him out that way.
Well, I know it's a way that you can buy a piece to hook up your phone to a mixing board, which I just happen to actually have.
Okay.
So if I can figure that part out, I think we'll be golden.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming like with the mixing board, you'll be, like the phone call will run through that, so I can adjust the volume accordingly of the person on the other end.
Through the mixing board.
Right.
Yeah, through the mixing board.
Right.
Yeah. That'll work.
And I might have to use my headphones, which makes it's like a 3 to 5 second delay using the headphones.
If you're using the headphones.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm assuming it's a delay anyway, but it's irritating to me because I actually hear the delay. Like other people wouldn't hear it. You feel me?
Okay. But you'll hear it, and you'll be 3 to 5 seconds behind everything else, and it's kind of throwing you off.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I'm about to just rock out with some music, man. So ride out with me. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Charlottesville and take it.
That right there. Sheesh. It's amazing how many, and I'm gonna say Americans because we're all in the same country, but it's amazing how many.
Hey, we're still live, by the way, bro.
Oh, my bad.
I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. It's just amazing. Like everybody's like, I don't believe that could happen. I'm like, what country do you live in? Like, where are you from? Like, come on, man. It's like it's sad, but at the same time, it's like, look, at this point, we got to stop being around all that stuff. Everybody else protesting do that thing, man. These dudes is not playing, and we ain't ready to, reciprocate. So it's like at this point, man.
Actually, you know what, man? I used to think the same way, but I think that let me see, different units could have could be effective.
Right.
And I mean, like, to be more all inclusive as far as a particular goal. And then after that goal was accomplished, go back to, hey, you do you and I do me.
Yeah, exactly. We don't like I was telling one of my homies, I was like, the problem is we getting wrapped up in our subcategories and our individual philosophies and everything. The point is, we're all agreeing on the bigger picture is that we're hung up on the little stuff that don't really matter. You know what I mean? And we can, you know, like I said, you could be over here, the more you have your village over there, and over here, you could be Christian over there. As long as we all in the same, you know, going, you have the same mindset when it comes to what we, to the main goal, that's it. I don't, that what you worship don't bother me, what you eat don't bother me, what, you know what I mean? It should just be the one thing, and that's the problem. Like, since I was 20, the same argument is going on. It's the same thing. Moors over here, Israelites over there, Muslims here, Christians there, people who are, you know, non-religious people here, you know, and it's just a bunch of, you know, worrying about little stuff that don't even matter in the scheme of things. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if we're all black, we all want the same goal to happen. All our other stuff shouldn't even come into the conversation. But it is what it is at this point. I think everybody wants everybody to get free under their clique's banner, and I think that's the problem.
I think that a lot of us are so awoke that we sleep.
Yeah. You know, it's like you know, I find myself sometimes, I mean, trying to get away from the C word and all that, but you know, you find yourself slipping back in old habits at times.
See, man, and it's just, man, I just don't give enough of a fuck, really. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, they're out there. I mean,
right.
you can point them out, but it's when you dwell on them and like everything is about pointing them out. You know, that's when it becomes a problem. You come down my thing that Jason Whitlock said something stupid, just out of entertainment fact, I'm gonna read it. Just to show that let's see what this is. But I thought that's funny, huh? And I move on. Like that's about as far as I go with it. You know, I might post it, you know, but I move on. Like, okay, we all know this dude is going to continue to ride for the, you know, the wrong side. So why do we keep posting it? But there are sometimes why I'm shocked. Like the Michael Vick thing shocked me. I was surprised that came out of his mouth. I was truly surprised. I was like, wow, Mike, really? Like, really, Mike? Remember, I've been here, Mike, when you was here and New South Philadelphia white people was coming at your neck every game you played.
Well, but you got to think about it, though, man. See, Mike got a taste of the OJ life, and then got the OJ treatment. But they allowed him to bounce back. He don't want to go back. Like, he done. It's a wrap.
You're right.
You know, like, just give it up. Like, that one statement just ruined your street cred for infinity.
Yeah, for real. Because like I said, I was shocked that he even said it. That's why when I saw the story, I was like, he ain't say what they're trying to say in the headline. And I watched the segment, and I'm like, wow, really, Mike? It's, you know, you and the RZA, huh? It's how we dress and how we look, right? Nah, man, we gotta, you know, it's just weird seeing him say that, you know. Now, I know he's been raked through the coals, you know, but especially here, I mean, they don't forget still to this day. If he came back to the city, you know, to go to his wife's shop or whatever, I don't even know if the shop is still open. But if he came back here, he'd have a speech style white people walking to him, hey, God killer. You know, but you know, right. It's like at some point I had the motto, if you ain't got nothing nice to say about it, don't say it. Just be quiet. Like, if it's even a point where you're like, should I say this? Don't say it.
I mean, but see, the problem with that, though, bro, is that the same people that say that do the same shit.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's not like you personally inboxing that person and saying, hey, this is how I feel about this situation. You know, right. You are publicly doing exactly the same thing that they are doing. So I choose not to. Yeah. And I won't say that there are moments that I have. Some things are so egregious that I just can't contain my pain.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
You know, but 98% of the time, I'm just like, okay. Because I look at it like this, man. Like if you study white people, they don't throw white people away.
No.
Every white person has a use, even the bums. You know, because like the quote unquote entitlement programs ain't for us. We just get blamed for the shit. It's for them.
Yeah, it's for them.
You know, so they can keep the social services department open. You know, it's part of their system, even with the motherfuckers that they don't like or strong. You know, you like look at the opiate shit. soon as they got strung out on opiates, they created a whole new market. They created the opiate addiction and then marketed you a remedy, a solution.
Right.
You know, so they don't waste anybody. It may appear that way, but they don't waste any. They don't just disregard people. You know, they may not. They may socially waste you.
Yeah, they may socially ostracize you,
right?
But you ain't kicked. You're not kicked off the ship.
Well,
you just pushed to the back of it.
Well, no, you're not even like a passenger anymore. You more like an oar.
Yeah,
you know,
you're moving the ship now.
Exactly. Yeah. You just part of the machine, but you useful nonetheless.
It's another cog, exactly.
You know, and I myself have to kind of get over the ideology of just toss people away. No. Yeah, how can we use the ones that we know we can't do shit with? They got a purpose, bro. And people don't want to.
And you know what? That is a good way of thinking about it. You know, thinking about it in that context, like, okay, this person is, a C word. All right, what can we, outside of just, calling them names and, how can we use what they just said to help us?
Exactly.
Or how can we use what they just did to help us? Because technically, it's all propaganda, and, in that regard, it's just propaganda. And you can spin propaganda. They do it all day long.
That's the key, man. We're not taking advantage of the propaganda situation.
Right.
You know, it's like I was listening to my man Brick, and it's a guy on there. I think it's Minister Freedom, and he was saying that sometimes you got to think for our people, but you got to do more than that. You got to take them to vote. You got to make sure they healthy. Because if we don't do it, somebody else will.
True.
And so, when we throw away a nigga, that's the same one. That's the same one that they'll build back up and use that throwaway story as part of his storyline. He came from rags to riches.
Mm-hmm.
And now, right, and he angry at his community already because quote unquote we threw him away. Them the ones they poach. Right. And if we know you like that, okay, now we monitoring you. We know you about to be poached.
Yeah.
Let's get that intel, because you're gonna get a step into the room further than we gonna get, because we ain't selling out.
Yeah, we are. Exactly. Because they're not gonna let the people in there that is not I guess what's the word, cooperating with their agenda. They're gonna always accept the ones who are at least on the fence or on their side of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's getting old. It is old now. Cause like I said, I was 20, and that was I think that was the first time I ever heard the coon word when I was 20, if I recall correctly. And I was like, okay. And over the years, you just put, when I was younger, it was more of an anger thing. Like, all right, who the hell? Why is a black person with Jesus say this stuff? All right, you know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Stay in your house. Stop getting on in front of a microphone and saying, because this is what they want. And then over the years, you get older, you just go, okay, all right, yeah, there's a bunch of them out here. But now it's like with social media being so big, that's all you see come down here. Your timeline is coon, hate the coon. Because not everybody, to me, there's two examples of a coon. One who's willingly one to be detrimental to the community, and then one who's just not knowledgeable. They haven't had their eye open. You know what I mean?
But
I'm worried about the one who's just, detrimental, like on purpose. Like, all right, that one, let me keep away from him for sure, because he ain't gonna do nothing but bring me pain. So, like, you go over there, you feel over there, but like I was telling my boy, he was like, yeah, it's just you see a lot of coony, he calls it coony things in some of our people, but a lot of it just because they're not educated on that topic.
Bruh, well, let's keep it a stack though. Let's keep it a stack though. Like, who didn't coon at some point?
Yeah, we are knowledgeable at some point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and not only that, like most of us contributed to the buffoonery. Let's keep it a stack.
Yeah. True.
I have smacked the ass before, bruh. I have been disrespectful. Yeah. I have done some fucked up shit in my life. I'm not about to sit up here and act like I didn't.
I didn't, exactly.
And that's the problem, is that people tend to, you know, like, it's just some people that's just lost. Okay, let's get that intel from them. But a lot of people that like, if one particular person labels somebody a coon on social media, they can't. Right.
Mentality. Yeah. It's a mob mentality. I also believe that people are labeling anyone a coon. And they don't fuck with white people, okay? We've got some of the people who are like, all right, look, like me, myself, my grandparents, my mother didn't raise me to hate white people. Their literal words were, but you don't hate groups of people because that's what they do. You know what I mean? But you take people, you know, white people, you got to take with a grain of salt. But they was like, you hate, if you're going to hate or dislike, you know, dislike individuals, don't, you know, because we were introduced to a lot of things growing up. Like, that a lot of our people weren't. Like, we were, you know, introduced to, you know, our mom made sure that we had books and stuff to read and wasn't stuff that we had to school. Now, you know, we still kids, but you start to, like back to what I was about to say, the nationalists, a lot of them are, fuck whitey, they whitey, but then as soon as one person come on the post, like, well, you know, I don't hate white people. I mean, I have them different. You're cool. Like, you know, right. Like, wait a minute. I just said I don't hate white people, and now I'm a coon. Like, really? Right? You know, I mean, you don't know what that person might do outside of this Facebook thing. They could be out there feeding, educating, mentoring, have a business, and all that stuff. And this space, hour a day, they get to sit on Facebook and just chop it up with people, and y'all call them a coon. Like, y'all don't know what people do outside of that. Like, the word gets tossed around way too easily.
That's a fact.
And it don't have no effect no more. It's like, you know. And it's just ridiculous. And the second part, they were just concentrating on that type of issue too much. It's like, okay, they're cool. What we gonna do? I mean, and my boy, he just sit around and laugh at Steve Harvey. He don't even get upset at that type of stuff. He'll laugh at those type of dudes. Like, I mean, what can we do? That's what they think. I mean, you know,
you're not gonna stop it, bro.
I mean, you can't do nothing about it.
Right. You just got to move on and understand that is just part of the system. We should know that by now. We've been pointing it out. You know, you've been pointing out about Michael Jordan for 10 years now. We get it.
Shit. I was like 19. I was a kid. And the first thing you hear sort of things about Mike, and you know, Mike is, you know, he's really, you know, over the years, you know, the man's for himself. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? And, you know, when people go, well, Mike's a coon, yeah, okay. But then when people are like, Obama's a coon, I'm like, okay, what makes him a coon? Let's be real. Let's keep it easy. What makes him a coon? Because he's a president? Well, let's be real. Was he not supposed to strive for something great? If he wanted to be president when he was 12, why should he just go, you know, I can't be president because I'll be a coon. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't agree with all of his policies. And I voted for him twice. And I think he could have tried to do a little, at least just pay for a lip service or something, because you have a platform that none of us have. But you got to factor in the fact he's not the president of the black people. As much as we wanted him to be, he's not. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, he's different than all the other white presidents. And some of the white boys could get up there and say what they want to do, and they'll get it done, or they won't be raked over the coals. He's saying anything, and he's going to be raked over the coals. They was under such a microscope, even today, that it was crazy. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he didn't do, but there was stuff he did do. And I mean, I don't consider him a coon. He's my favorite president. He's probably the last one I'm going to vote for.
I'm going to keep it a stack, though. He was just a poor politician. Like, you know, like, he wasted all of his political capital on healthcare when he should have just held off on that until the second term. Build you up, you know, because he could have been bragging about the economy the whole time, killing them. Because he, like, economically, like, if you look at it from a country standpoint, he did a great job. That shit didn't help us. But from a propaganda aspect, he did a great job economically. Leave that healthcare shit out of there. You already, you know, make sure that the Democrats got the House and the Senate locked down. Go into your second term and then just ram that shit down their throat and peace out. He did it wrong. You know, did I think he was gonna get up there like with an RBG flag and his fist raised? No, that's not part of it. That's not how the system is working. You're right. You see what they did to his pastor? A pastor.
Right. A pastor. They raped him, but then they tried to link him with the pastor. So, you know, it was like, okay, if if his pastor thinks that, then he has to think that. Like, no, not necessarily. You know what I mean? But it's just that whole, that C-word thing is like out of control. It's out of control. Everybody's a cool now, like, you know. And I got to catch myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, now, you know what? I'm not even going to type that. I'm just going to say I don't agree with you, dude. I don't agree with you. Okay. You know what I mean? Even if your opinion is kind of coonie, but I'm not going to call you one. I'm just going to go move on because that word just incites.
Right.
You know, it blows up the situation bigger than it needs to be. And now there's no real discourse. It's just a bunch of back and forth insulting. So.
Cool. You know. The word cool is the nigga scarlet letter.
The giant red C.
Yep. You just gotta wear that shit all around social media, and it follows you.
Yeah.
Because people know your Twitter, people know your Instagram. You know, you gonna say something on something else. Yeah, you a cool still, bro. Don't try to leave Facebook.
Don't try to dip out Facebook. I see on Insta. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, there are people, you know, you could, when I was 15, I'm quite sure I wasn't sitting there black fisting there. I mean, like I said, I was a kid, I was aware of things. Like, I was a creator, so when I drew, all my characters were black. Like, I didn't draw too many white people. So all my characters were black. If it wasn't black, it was probably Puerto Rican, Asian. I didn't fuck with them because I looked around at all white people. I mean, Superman white, Batman white, everybody's white. I mean, so let's, you know, when I was a kid, me and my homies, we were thinking like, look, let's try, you know, we was aware, we weren't woke, you know, in terms of political things and stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm quite sure, I mean, let's be real, like I told one people, if you want shit on, you know, certain TV shows, I hope you're not listening to no rap music. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, most of the rap music we listen to is not necessarily uplifting and empowering, you know what I mean? It's not. It really isn't.
That's an unrealistic expectation because, quite honestly,
exactly.
there are very few people that do not waste time throughout the day, every day.
Exactly. Now, everybody has something you do that's not productive. Like,
exactly.
Let's be real.
You know, what you do with the and that's like in economics, that's what you call an opportunity cost. Because technically, you could be doing some other shit. But if you look at it from a psychological aspect, you know, you wind it down, you relax in a little stress. Whatever the case may be, everybody got something that they know that, you know, I won't say everybody, I'd say 95% of people got something that they know that somebody else would be like, ew, what the fuck? You know, everybody got a guilty pleasure. You know, whether it's some country music or this, that, and the third. And you should not, you know, if you like some shit that's just different, I might like that shit too. Put me on.
Exactly, right?
But everybody don't look at it like that. They look at it as opposed to an opportunity to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like you can say like with country music, you know, I think Charlie Pride was a brother.
Yeah.
You know, so if that's your thing, you will search out somebody that look like you. And if you can sing, maybe you would do it. Like, we shouldn't hate on a motherfucker that want to sing country music if that's your gig, bro. If you good at that shit, go ahead. You know?
No, I'm putting the point of, as long as you ain't getting up there saying, you know, F niggers and stuff.
Right.
I mean, and, you know, what about black on black crimes and tell of your country album, then I don't have a problem with you. But you just, you know, singing something that you have a passion for that you love, I don't care. Like we also, like, black people, we'll pigeonhole ourselves into certain boxes.
Yeah.
Just on purpose. Like, if you, say you're a black kid who like comic books or geek culture, you're now, and, you know, like, I've heard people call them, you know, those type of black kids and black people coons. Oh, they coon, and the comic book, and they ain't that sci-fi stuff, that's some coon shit. Why? How is that coon shit? We have black writers and black creators who write that type of shit.
And why you bullshitting though? We slipping on the video game shit too. I just seen a commercial. They having a tournament. I can't remember the name of the video. Some obscure game I never even heard of. $24 million in prize money.
Dig me? I was a kid. I'm thinking, like, them esports is like, when I hear how much they get, these teams and these players get just for playing the game, you know, we sit up here and we'll be all like, oh wow, he got 19 million for catching a football. He got $42 million for putting the basket, putting the ball in the basket. But those are kid games that they're getting paid grown people salaries for, like CEO salaries for. But then you got these video games, and we're not in. Like, I think it's like a couple of groups a couple of teams that are black. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Oh, okay. What, you didn't want it? I'll say this. I probably won't use all of this math. Yeah, I'll come over here. So my bad, Joseph.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
but see, that's it's and then what we fail to realize is that we have now conditioned that person.
Exactly.
Like when what's the brother name that skates? Stevie something. Cause I like the X Games. Yeah. Like I fucks with the X Games heavy. I love skateboarding. Like I always have since I was a kid.
Right.
But he got shitted on bad.
Yeah.
Now he don't care about black. Now he ain't fucking with black people. And I'm not saying that we are the reason, but we didn't help.
Nah, we ain't helping at all.
We didn't. We were very non-accepting of him being, doing something quote unquote white.
Different. Yeah,
right.
White. And I'm like I said, I was a kid, I'm still in the geek stuff. Like I went out and I dated and, did what normal young boys did, but I also was in the comic books and video games and stuff like that. And I was like, growing up, like these young boys now, I was telling them like, y'all got a little better because y'all have social media now where y'all can link up with each other.
It made it worse. Social media, it makes it way more worse, man. Social media makes it way worse. Because it turned like you could do like when I was like 13, man, I fell off my moped in front of like a couple of football teams. Everybody rolling. If that had happened today,
it's on social media.
That would cripple my life forever.
Right.
That's like viral, 50 million hits. Everywhere I go, I'm making no money off of it, but everywhere I go, people is laughing at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Social media has prevented this generation from taking mistakes, I think, as a whole, but it has also made a very small percentage of this generation mistake envious, basically. They so thirsty to be popular, they do it at any cost.
At any cost, exactly. And it's crazy. Like my boy was my homie was talking about, we was like, when you're growing up, the only person that saw the fight was the people there. You know what I mean? So if you lost or if you won, the only people that saw that fight was the people at that location at the time, and then they'll get around word of mouth around the neighborhood. Now, people in LA will see you get your ass beat in Philly. You know what I mean? And then you got to deal with that. Like we don't understand. Like there is a nuance that these kids and these younger people have to deal with now that we ain't have to deal with. Like when I was a kid, I didn't have to worry. I already saw them in the fight. All right, we fight, and then whoever won, you walk off. Now you fight. Now it's all over the social media. You're the one that lost, and people who don't even know you know now that you got your ass dragged up and down the street.
Man.
So it's a different thing, and then that's where that cyberbullying comes in. And we like a lot of people like to make light of that, but I'm like, let's think about this. You can get bullied at school, but as soon as you're home, you're away from the bully. But nowadays, you can get bullied at school, and those same people who bullied you at school cannot bully you online. Like, you can't even get home and just relax on social media or whatever you do as a kid without it coming back to haunt you again. So it's like 24/7 bullying.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So people don't understand that. Like, we try to make light of that, and I've been pretty a little bit ashamed of that for myself. Always look, gotta teach your kids to stand up for yourself. Yeah, that's easy to say. You know what I mean? But unless you're that kid, you can tell your kid, look, you gotta stand up for yourself, blah, 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 blah. But it's still that fear of, oh shit, if I lose this fight, that's all over this, internet now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they'll take the easy way out. Just say, fuck it, I'm not gonna fight. But now they're holding all that in, and then the rest, gets worse, and then, you have these suicides and stuff off all that type of stuff. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But, like, you know, to ostracize somebody because they're not doing what you think is quote unquote black is stupid. It's always been stupid to me. You know, I don't know what is black. I'm sorry. You know, what is that? You know what I mean? So you tell me I can't ride a skateboard? You know what I mean? Shit, somewhere in there we probably created some part or all of that skateboard somewhere. Find out you dig deep enough, you find out the first skateboard is made by a black person. You never know.
I feel like why shouldn't we want to take everything over?
Yeah, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we want to be in every industry, every, you know, market of anything? Like, put it this way: if they in it, why can't we be in it?
We'll be running
Simple
that shit.
That.
You know?
Look, shit. Somebody look. You like you said, if you want to be a country singer, be a country singer. Ain't too many black country singers. Some of them actually made some money.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all and then make sure instead of running away from everybody else, that you run towards everybody else when you get on. And that you know, therein lies a huge problem too. You know, like you see them on TV. Well, so and so's foundation gave to X, Y, and Z. It's always the same. It's always the same damn charity who get 80% of their money to themselves and 20% of the money to an occasional person that needs some help. And then they drag their name all on TV and make it look like that person is every person, and it's not.
Right.
You know, man. You know, and I think that like I'm sitting back, man, and I'm watching CNN. I watch Fox too because I like to hear their point of view and see. Both of them lying, so I like to try to you know, disseminate the you know, sometimes MSNBC is the tiebreaker. But David Duke got on there and he was like, this was the turning point.
Yeah, he's like, we're fulfilling the promises of Donald Trump.
But see, I think he's right. But not, but not in the aspect that he think about it.
Right.
You know,
he's thinking like I said, that's their president. For real. This is what there is. He ran on a campaign of things that they can ride with. And, you know, the fact that David Duke's out there praising him, you know, and everybody's hung up on Donald Trump didn't, you know, denounce them. He can denounce, you know, white nationalists. What makes you think he will? Like, why do we want them to say the things that we want them to say? We know what he's about. We know he's wrong. He's not a dumb dude. You don't become Donald Trump by being stupid. You damn sure don't become president by being stupid. Then you might become president by having help from Russia. But who knows? I mean, as far as we can tell,
look at the guy he got working for.
White people in politics right now. It's like crazy.
I mean, like, look at Steve Bannon. Like, Steve Bannon is a known practicing white supremacist. And I don't even like to use that term. You know,
me neither, because I don't like saying supremacists, but I just say racist now. I'm trying to get off of the white supremacists.
You know, and I gotta get AJ credit for that one. You know, because he definitely put me up on that and made it make sense to me. So shout out to AJ. But like, I'm not expecting. I wouldn't care if he did say something, you know, stronger. You know, like 2 weeks ago, he was just telling the police to whoop our ass, literally.
Didn't he? And he said it as a joke, though. He was like, and you know, he was like, yeah, you know, stop putting your hand on the head, you know, let me hit it. Like, why are we shocked? Like, it's no more. I'm not shocked by this man. I'm expecting him to get on TV actually in 5 minutes and just say the word nigger all over and over again. Like, I really, and I wouldn't be shocked. Like, I'd be sitting there watching it and I'm like, wow. You know,
hey man, it ain't even what he's saying, man. It's how he treating us, and he definitely treating us like we property, you know. But let me ask you this though. I also saw I didn't see very many black people in the whole incident. I saw 2 RBG flags. That was dope. Yeah. Some people was pissed at that. Because the dudes had on Black Lives Matter shirts, and I guess, you know, you can't. Somehow you have to pick either one, I guess. You know, but I will say though, it was so few of us that I saw that I tend to lean more towards the conspiracy side on this one. But what bothered me was the one brother that they kept showing was a brother in chains.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Right. It was like, and he was screaming. You know, he had on the it was like slave chains. He had on the neck collar, the wrist shackles, the chains, you know, and with the like dreaded up hair, and that bothered me so much. And it's like I looked at it from both sides. At least I tried to. Like, it really bothered me that that's the visual that they're getting out of all that chaos. And but
that's crazy.
I also get him doing it, the symbolism of it. It was just, to me, not the appropriate place to do that. Because now what you get is these white people out here scrapping. And the nigga lost, still in chains.
Right.
We out of place, but they still got us locked. We can't move even amongst their chaos.
Exactly. It's a symbolism. And I was in there like, and it wasn't, and so, yeah, like you said, like, I didn't see a ton of black people down there in that whole sea of reasons. I ain't seen it, but you would see, but then I see the story about the one brother who was beaten with poles or something.
Right.
By a group of, you know, and then, you know, there was a couple other instances, like I think one brother had his head busted open. And, you know, I keep seeing that over and over, but it wasn't many others, and that's why I say, yo, first of all, we gotta stop going to those type of things. We can stand there and yell and scream at the top of our lungs. It doesn't matter. Let them go and protest whatever they want to protest. If white people want to go down there and protest, they're protesting, let them do it. But we got to stop getting involved in it. Because first of all, let's keep it honest. We the ones who get kicked out first for the whooping. We're going to get attacked first because we're going to stick out. If you're in a sea of white people, and no matter if you're light-skinned black or dark-skinned black, you're going to stick out because you're not white. So being a part of that, you got to realize you are now on a different. You're now in a hostile environment, even from the people you with. Because I'm sorry, I don't trust you either. You know what I mean? I'm down here with y'all and all that, but you know the cops are not protecting you. You know, you're not going to go to those types of events and be protected. You might as well just not go. I understand you have this spirit of, look, I'm here to, you know, challenge them no matter where they at. But look at the difference. They showed up from all over the effing country for one city, for one purpose, for one goal. Same thing we should be doing.
No.
They do it out of their hatred for others.
I mean, well, I guess in this particular instance, I do think that our response should have been swift and strategic. I wouldn't say equal. I would have done it differently, tactically speaking.
Yeah,
because what I would have done is, like, they all got to go home.
Yeah,
it's only so many. Right, it's only so many spots you can go to leave this spot. We gonna be deep there.
Yeah, y'all came out of the country. Y'all came out of town. Y'all got to stay somewhere.
You know, so tactically, yeah, I would definitely have done things different. But I do think that a response should have been measured, it should have been strategic, and it should have been implemented.
There's just a bunch of us yelling. There was just a bunch of yelling,
and myself included in that. Like I'm not acting like I'm above reproach, or I cannot be criticized because I deserve that criticism, because I'm just talking about it right now.
Right.
You know, so I'm not doing anything, and I don't want anybody to misconstrue that either. You know.
Right.
However, you know, when someone is attacked by a car intentionally, and then you back up,
to finish the job,
right?
And they're already spinning that like he's a, you know, I've seen white people say, oh, they just said he was a liberal. Well, it doesn't matter if he's a liberal or not. You can be a liberal racist, you idiot. Like if it wasn't for the fact that I find enjoyment on social media. Social media has, since I was 19 or 20, has let me know that the world is crazy. It's not just like we like to use that euphemism. Hey, everybody's crazy. Shit's crazy. No, this shit is crazy. Like there are a lot of people out here that really believe what's being pumped in these TVs. And it's not just us, it's also white people, you know, and that dude, to get in that car, like, you pretty much, at 20 years old, fuck his race, at 20 years old, you decide to get in your car and pretty much put yourself in jail, probably for at least, you know, 5 to 10 at least. For what? Well, actually, you killed somebody. You won't be in there longer than that. And they train vehicular homicide. But I'm like, that was premeditated. That dude got in the car and decided to run down a group of people. You know what I mean? And
let me ask you this then, bro. How you think, you know how they say, I don't know, what is it, 2040, you know, there'll be us basically numerically.
Yeah, there'll be the minority, yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let's say not even 2040, let's say 2060, 2080,
okay,
when it's a significant change. How do you think
right.
how do you think we're gonna be?
Honestly, I'm going. In my mind, I would like to think that we'd be above what they've done. Unfortunately, I got a feeling there's going to be a faction, a chunk of us that's going to be like, man, now y'all going to reap what y'all sow.
It's some ass whoopings coming, bro.
Yeah. Oh no. Don't get me wrong. Some of them will be deserved. Some of them will be deserved. I mean, don't get me wrong. But I want to believe that we would be above that. Like, I really would like to think that, you know, we'd be above it. Don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be factions that's going to fuck that. You know what I mean? We got the numbers now. Here's some cotton. We turning these industrial machines off. Y'all going to pick this shit by hand like our ancestors did now. And y'all like it, you just got it. I know it's going to be that situation. There's going to be that type of situation because there are a lot of us who are angry. And no, we haven't been alive for our whole, you know, ancestry, you know, to live that from the first slave being traded or whatever. We haven't been alive for all of that, but it's almost like it's in our DNA and genetics. Like, that anger is passed down from generation to generation. And I think in that case, once we have the numbers, I do believe there's going to be a chunk of us that's going to be like, man, fuck these motherfuckers.
I mean, you know what though? See, we all have history to look back on and see a country that transitioned from what 90% black, 10% white, but the white people was in power for a long ass time, and they transitioned from their quote unquote power, at least on the surface, to black folks having the power. What black folks did not do was take the money. And I don't mean necessarily, and I'm not saying being even malicious as far as your loot. Okay, you got us. Get out.
Yeah.
You know, you can have this. I'm not going to totally make you broke, but no, you're not about to completely eat off us no more either. You know, and the only reason I would leave you with a couple of dollars is as far as politically speaking, it'd just look better.
Exactly.
You know,
this is still a game. We still playing a game. Yeah.
No. Don't get me wrong. Like there's a huge chunk of me that would just be like, you know, let's just run up in a spot and get rid of them. You know?
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. I feel you.
But you know, from you know, like right now, they are planning on being the minority right now. Why do you think they're doing this shit?
Yeah. Why are they so angry? Exactly.
You know, so they really want to. They want us to jump the gun and not be strategic.
Exactly. They want us to operate off of emotion. That's basically the plan. That's basically been their plan for hundreds of years. Operate off of emotion. First we break you, and then we give y'all little, you know, token victories, and you know, y'all to have, you know, a little bit of wealth and a little bit, you know, not what y'all thoroughly deserve. And on top of that, we made it so that y'all not even unified. So even if y'all had the resources, y'all wouldn't apply it correctly because y'all can't, you know, unify to use the resources properly. So it's wild because I'm hoping that because it's always baffled me that out of everybody on this earth, out of every culture, whatever on this earth, they're the minority. In terms, people of color is really the earth is really a people of color planet. You know what I mean? But you think about it, it's like for them now, it's not so much on the east, like in the Asian countries, they don't really run too much over there. But on the West, it's amazing how they you know, it's infuriating and amazed. It makes you like, wow, how are you able to pull this shit off? And if you, like I said, if you do your research, you see it's really it's truly warfare. It's physical, it's mental, it's financial. It's all, they were able to take all these different pieces and just continue, and they only do it because they, like you said, it's a survival thing. They're planning. Hey, they already knew they were the minority. They knew they were the minority back in 1600.
You know what they really failing to plan for though is like low key China taking over this bitch.
Yeah, people don't realize they're over there in Africa.
Right, I was just about to say that they over in Africa with a lot of money, and
a lot of money.
Strategically, that makes so much sense. You know why we are allowing that? I have no idea.
Same reason why we allow what goes on over here. We worried about everything else but the bigger picture. I mean, and I'm not excusing myself from it either, but it really is bad. I mean, if you know, you see these, you know, graphics and saying how many Africans are on this planet, and you go, wow, we do have the numbers to really, you know, do our thing. Like, we all decided to move back to Africa. Even 50% of the American populace, 50% of the European blacks and Africans, and all decided to move back to Africa and go, you know what? Y'all got to fucking go. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, let's keep it a stack. They just blow that bitch up. Like, just like, and eat Monsanto for the rest of their life.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It just really is crazy. And it just, that's the testament to the mental warfare they waged on everybody. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's us. Yeah, we got, you know, as Africans, melanated, whatever we want to call ourselves, you know, we have a certain brainwashing, but the, you know, same people who brainwash us have brainwashed poor white people too. Like, and I think that's why a lot of these, you know, I get on, sometimes you get these white dudes that come on, oh man, dude, it's not about race, dude, it's about class. No, it's about race. You don't understand, racism encompasses classism. So I mean, maybe not you.
I can understand somebody that has never experienced something not understanding the experience. What I don't understand is the fact that you can look at the statistics, the shit be on TV. We've been telling you for years. You've seen the shit personally, and you always in your mind rationalize it as that's just an isolated incident. And we're telling your monkey ass this shit has been going on to everybody forever. You know, that's the part. It's like you just you enjoy your benefits so much that you neglect to hear the truth.
Yeah, and the thing is, they think racism is, oh, my boss hates me, my boss is racist, or that cop is racist, or that store owner is racist. No, racism is a lot more than individuals. It's a shitload of individuals all on the same page. You know what I mean? And it's whether it's due to, you know, just stereotypes, you that buck-tooth hillbilly in West Virginia, you know, in your ramshackle shack with your Ford F-150, you know, being said stereotypes about black people. So what you learn about black people is, oh, they're fucked up, they're lazy, blah, blah, blah. But logic doesn't tell you that, hey, we make up 69% of this country. Why would black people be more on welfare? Like, it's not about logic with them no more. It's just about, we going to tell you what it is, and y'all just going to roll with it. Like, we telling y'all the black people are the main ones on welfare. But you can actually go on census.gov and see who's on welfare. You know what I mean? It's not black people. It's, you know, so it's not about, you know, it's not even about truth or logic with them. It's just about, you know, this is what it is, and this is how we're going to survive. We got to make everybody think that this group of people are the fucked up scourge of the planet. I mean, every culture thinks that about us. I don't care who it is. Even Afro-Latino cultures think that about us. Like, we are fucked up. You got Dominicans who don't even think they're African. Like, so that's part, you know what I mean? It's weird like that. Like, you know, everybody, you know, we talk about, okay, you know, oh yeah, the black and brown coalition, yeah, that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, they don't fuck with the season. Like, there's a good chunk of them that don't fuck with it. Like,
I think
that's true.
Strategically, right now, that would be that's something that I think now is the perfect time to pursue.
To use it, exactly. Now is the time to use it because they're being persecuted too.
Exactly.
So,
and we're not putting a concerted effort out there of propaganda to combat the propaganda against us.
Right.
And at this point, they have set it up to give us so much access to each other that it really is no excuse. That we do not have, you know, the Young Turks for Black people.
Exactly.
You know, there is no excuse that we do not have, you know, whatever super social media magazine that's out there. I mean, and I know we got one, Get This Wisdom magazine, but we're not supporting it like we should.
We should, yeah, exactly. And that's the problem.
Right. And see, the thing is, especially like I put up a post, man, it's like we always complaining about what the mainstream media don't show and what they like. When have they ever, like, y'all expecting like rabbits to turn into horses?
Exactly. It's, you know, and I think it's part of the problem is it's that whole we want to be treated equally, and you're not going to be treated equally using their platform. You're just not. Like, we want to be treated equally to the point where we're even mad at their news organizations for not portraying us in the right light. Look, we have many outlets that are failing because we don't support them. We support, you know, it was a Double XL, who's not owned by, you know, we'll support that. We'll even support Ebony and all these iconic institutions that used to be owned by us, but now, you know, half owned by us, pretty much. Yeah, we might have the majority stake in the company, but let's believe that the white people ain't. We're not gonna let y'all get away right now. Okay,
I mean, but
that's sorry, you wrote that, but that's right there. It's almost. You're right. We need to support our outlets because our outlets are going to give us the truth about us. I doubt that our outlets is going to sit there and go, okay, you know, we could write about this right here, this empowering thing right here, but let's just keep talking about dumb shit. You know what I mean? That's
a fact. And I tell you what, like I give you a good example too. Like, look at Doggy Diamonds. Like, versus Vlad.
Right.
You can't tell me Doggy Diamonds ain't putting in more work. You can't tell me.
I think Doggy Diamonds is a better interviewer.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say, you can't tell me he ain't better at interviews, and you can't tell me he ain't got more scoops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but y'all run to Vlad.
We run to Vlad because Vlad's co-signed by mainstream audience. That's the problem, and that's the problem. It's like, notice how when we was young, when I was a young kid, you know, hip hop, you know, I'm in late 80s, I'm talking late, I'm like, you know, between 12 and 19, you know, in the 80s and early 90s. There were so many black businessmen and entrepreneurs who had, you know, hip-hop publications, rap publications, R&B publications. You had Video Music Box before MTV bought it out. And that's a whole nother story. I'm tired of us selling our shit to white people. Just keep it. I'm tired of that shit. But I'd say it's business, but I'm tired of that. I don't like it because now you're giving them something like, in terms like BET. To me, when they sold BET, when Johnson sold BET to Viacom way back when, that's when you could see the difference, the change in the programming. It became more ignorant.
Yeah.
Outside of a couple of shows, the whole darn channel became more ignorant. You had a lot of, you know, that's when you had the BET After Dark video show, you know, all this show, but when it was owned and ran by the Johnsons and all that, it was, you had, what was that? It was a college show. It was called Team Summit or something.
Yeah, that's what
you had all that type of stuff that I watched growing up. Like, you know, stuff that made someone to go to school. You know, stuff like that. Oh, gosh, you know, I could go, you know, they're interviewing these professors.
They had regular kids on there like me.
Yeah. And it wasn't all about, you know, who has the most Jordans or who, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, hip hop culture is still always going to be wrapped up in braggadocio and what you got and, you know, all that stuff. And that, you know, the glitz and the glamour of it. But when BET was back then, and a lot of our other publications like Ebony and Jet, before they were, you know, before all those business arrangements happened, you had a trust in those publications. You had a trust and honestly a respect and a love for those publications. Like, I remember my mom and them, my house stayed with an Ebony and a Jet in the household. Like, you know, you had your daily paper, but it wasn't like my house had a Time magazine every month in the house. But there was every month there was an Essence, an Ebony, and a Jet. You know what I mean? For sure. Hell, I had a whole wall as a teenager, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 10-year-old, 12. I had a whole wall of Jet beauties. You don't see that. You know, as a young black kid, you don't see that shit. You go to the stores, you saw, Cook Cameron and all them other people. But when I went to the Jet, you go to Right On, and
that's the first thing you went to too.
That's the first thing I went to, the black section.
Right.
You know what I mean? Went to the black magazine. It's like, all right, let me check these. Oh, wow, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, it's a little different. Like, it's weird. Like, I like to read, like, The Root and some of these other publics, but you get a weirdness with them. Like, it's like, okay, they'll have an article, I'll be like, yes, all right, Root, that's what's up. And then they'll print something else, and you're like, what the come on, man. Like, really? This is a black publication? Like, it's like, and it's really along those articles I don't like are usually along the gender war lines. Like, it's all, it's either somebody blaming black women for something or blaming black men for I can't stand that. I can't stand it. It's like, everybody has a part to play in our effed upness. Let's not point the finger like, you're worse. Like, it's dumb. How can you even quantify that? You know what I mean? How can you quantify what black men ruined our, what black women are the reason why we had a lot of sons back then? No, everybody should just own your shit and let's move on now. All right, we're messed up as a community. What do we do to fix it?
And you know what? That's funny because we was talking about doing a show called Own Your Shit. Because at some point, that like ain't nobody gonna come in, and we need to stop expecting somebody to come in and fix shit. No,
exactly.
We're gonna have to fix this ourselves.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We didn't start the problem, but who gonna finish it?
We damn sure gonna fix it. We can damn sure fix it.
Right.
We can damn sure fix it, and it won't take, and it don't have to take, and it really doesn't take that much money if everybody, decide to step up. Like, I think what a lot of it is that whole. The whole, what we always call the brainwashing, the mental thing. But at this point, we know that's going on. We know that that's what has happened to us. That's not an excuse no more. It can't be the big excuse no more. We know that's what's going on. We know why we are what we are and where we're at and why we're at where we're at. Now it's the time to create the solutions. Like, all right, what do we do? And it don't have to be one solution. Like, it's another thing that I think I see online too. Is like everybody thinks their path is the right path, and that's the only path, and that's what we need to roll with.
Right.
Like me myself, I'm a writer. I look up to people like Spike Lee. I grew up liking Spielberg and all just for their, creativity and all. But
hey,
the
bro.
people I look up to was Spike.
Hey, bro. My phone. I just looked at my phone, man. I'm at like 8%. So.
You know what? I'm at 12.
Yeah. I didn't realize that till just a second ago.
Yeah,
so
I'm at 12%.
That's a dope build, though, man. That's a very dope build.
Yes, sir.
All right, no doubt.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah.
But be safe. And like I said, I'm gonna tune in all the time. I always do. If I don't, I always catch the archives.
That's the best.
Yeah, just let me know if I can help out any further with the sound quality and all that. But like I said, I couldn't hear myself on the phone, so I don't know how the phone sounds.
My boy inboxed me and told me it sounded good, so I'll listen to it, and see for myself. But that's cool that somebody was able to check it out. All right, man. Well, peace to you, man. Peace to everybody listening too, man.
Yes, sir. Be safe.
No doubt. Be safe.
Peace.
No doubt. Oh, and don't forget to check us out every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. My Skin Is My Sin.